rest of the composers up there.
Yanni, Meatloaf, here's Sean being a douchebag. Okay, this is funny. Listen to the stage manager and get on stage when they tell you to. No one has time for the rock star None of the techs backstage care if you're David Bowie or the Milkman. When you act like a jerk... Hello, internet folks. Got an email here, let me pull it up, from Ben. Tell me if this sounds familiar. I realized that I've collected so many bad habits that I'm now trying to address. If you've any more tips on how to change ingrained habits, that would be great. That would be great. Okay, so let's see. What do I know about habits? Sometimes changing habits is as simple as just making a very easy environmental tweak. Say for example you're in the habit of using a lot of mouthpiece pressure and keeping your pinky in the pinky ring. Super simple environmental tweak. Put a piece of paper over there, staple it. Environmental tweak. You're gonna hit the paper, you're gonna be reminded. Simple conditioning. After a while it will become completely automatic for you to not put the pinky in the ring and just have it here floating while you play. Full disclaimer, I do put my pinky in there when I'm playing lead trumpet. But in the practice room, you don't want that in there. Another example of a simple environmental tweak that you could use, say you're in the habit of totally trashing your chops in the practice room. Day one, figure out how long it takes for you to just hammer your embouchure. 20 minutes? Great. Start setting a timer for 10 or 15 minutes. Learn to quit while you're ahead. Bing! With the ding of the timer. After you've been doing that for a while, it will become automatic for you to manage the fatigue level of your embouchure, and you'll just be in the habit of stopping while you're ahead. Not all trumpet playing habits can be remedied by simple environmental tweaks. Let's say, for example, that you use a lot of mouthpiece pressure, especially as you get up into the upper register. You're not going to be able to get rid of all of it with just taking your pinky out of there, and we've got the whole left hand going on over here. You can yank the thing into your face pretty dang hard. So if you're using an excessive amount of mouthpiece pressure, if you're overblowing to get into the upper register, or if you're just pinching or tightening something up to get up there, these are all examples of something that you can't just remind yourself not to pinch. It's pretty unrealistic to show up to the gig and say, I'm just not going to use an excessive amount of mouthpiece pressure while I play in the upper register all night. That's not going to happen. What we want to learn how to do is use those bad habits as a practice governor. Pick one at a time. Mouthpiece pressure, overblowing, rocketing the air to get up to the next partial more than we need to. Pick one of those habits and sit down every day for 5 minutes and just say to yourself, I'm just gonna play in a comfortable register. I'm gonna do some scales, some melodies, going up, going down, and I'm just gonna maintain awareness of when that habit kicks in. When it kicks in, stop playing. Set your horn down. Smile. That's a good thing. You've realized something new about your playing. You're becoming more aware of what's happening while you play the trumpet. Perceiving, observing mindset, checking out what you're doing, not trying to change anything, just checking out what you're doing until your body finds a new way. By the way, watch the video on how to reduce mouthpiece pressure. I talk about the same stuff there. Once you start to become more aware, then you'll really start to see your potential as a player. After you've been doing it for a little bit and it starts to become automatic to where you're not doing those things anymore to get into the upper register, you'll start to see in your mind new ways to play, and you'll be able to apply that picture to your daily practice. But it's very important, just do one thing at a time, 5 minutes a day, until it becomes automatic. Once it's automatic, set that thing afloat. I like to think about it like I'm working on something diligently each day. Maybe I've defined a specific amount of time that I'm going to do it. Maybe I've decided on a specific exercise that I'm going to do. But once I notice the first signs that that is becoming an automatic part of my playing, maybe it's ready to just be set afloat like a basket on the river. And it just takes off and it grows on its own. You've planted a seed. You've planted a good habit. And that habit will be there forever. You know, as long as you keep playing. Watch the lesson series on Play Trumpet Effortlessly. This will get you into a better mindset for just figuring this stuff out. Or rather, letting your mind, the back part of your mind that you don't have anything to do with, letting that part of your mind figure it out for you. That brings me to another point. There's this thing called utilization behavior. Basically, what it means is that you use something how you use it. And you're a fool if you think you're going to be able to use it in a different way without really practicing. For example, you type on the computer the way you type on the computer. Utilization behavior. You wake up every morning and you brush your teeth with the same hand, and you probably start on the same side of your mouth and move around your mouth in the exact same way every day without thinking about it. Utilization behavior. What am I talking about? I don't even really know. I think what I'm trying to say is that if you purposefully choose your habits of trumpet playing, that will be how you play the trumpet. Now here's another idea actually that I don't have any specific suggestions for at this point, but I just want to share the concept with you because you might be able to find a creative way to use the information. In many psychological studies, people were able to change their habits the easiest when there was a change of scenery. And this could be a different location. You could make a special practice location where you go there. It's all just about peace of mind, good, diligent, rudimentary, elemental practice. Or you could even use different equipment. My college trumpet professor had a practice mouthpiece and a regular mouthpiece. I'm not saying that that's why he did it. It could be theorized that when he was using the practice mouthpiece, that was helping to put him in a practice mindset. I don't know, but maybe. Utilization behavior. Define how you're going to use something, and that's how you'll use it. No willpower required. One more for you. If you're in the habit of thinking that buying new equipment is gonna fix all your problems as a player, there's nothing I can do for you.